Hello there. Welcome again to yet another episode. But today we are cooking one of the delicacies that I think is widespread. East Africa, Africa, most countries eat this, and that is posho, commonly known as posho in Uganda, ugali in Kenya, ama sima, or sima, ama sembe. Yeah, so I'm first pouring my water here in the pan, in the saucepan, or rather in the pot. So it depends on the number of family you have, and also you have to check the size of the saucepan and the measurement. You don't need to go beyond the measurement. So I've put I think the number of cups, those are 3 cups. And I've plugged in my socket, and I make sure that the wire has been fixed in very well besides there. So I'm going to close my electric pressure cooker, and I'll make sure that the pointer faces seal, so that when it's boiling, the excess pressure doesn't come through. So I'm going to put it at 30 minutes, and in 30 minutes the water is ready. So here the water is actually, before the water is ready, I'm going to show you that when you turn it on, it doesn't boil immediately. It will first heat a bit, and then it goes to pressure. So here it is ready, and when I'm opening, I face the pointer to the exhaust so that the pressure is released. I release the excess pressure first, and then from there I open my electric pressure cooker. So after opening, as you can see, because the pressure was released, the water has calmed down a bit. So normally what I do here, now that I'm about to mingle, I think I forgot to show. So you're going to set the timer again to, like, let's say 15 minutes or 20, but you make sure you set it to the point that, to the minutes that you're going to use to mingle. Don't worry. If your posho is ready and the timer has not yet, gone off, I'll show you what to do. Don't worry. Fast hold on that right now. So I'm reducing the water because I felt like the water was too much, considering the number of people we are, and I don't want to waste. So I told you I had set the timer again so that the water can boil up. So this time I have not covered it, because when you're going to mingle posho, you pour the flour when it is hot. The water is boiling. So my water is boiling at that point. So I'm going to be pouring my posho, my unga inside there, and I begin mingling. So you're just going to mingle as the way you mingle your normal posho, ugali, sima. If you would have mingled it on gas, yeah, or if you are using charcoal stove, but in this case we are discouraging the use of charcoal. We are moving to a cleaner method of cooking, safer and cheaper. So in this case, just mingle your posho the normal way you would do it. But I know that you would like to hold the saucepan, because this saucepan is a bit shaky. It keeps, moving as I mingle. And so you'll need to hold the exact pot, but it is very hot. So what I'm doing at this point, I'm going to get a tablecloth that I'm going to use to hold the pot as I mingle this portion. Yeah, so, for us here, we prefer soft posho, so you mingle according to the way you prefer, either hard, soft, medium, whichever way you prefer. You will always know how when posho is ready. So the Ugandan posho takes a little bit of time to get ready, and you have to pour a little flour, because if you just pour, the posho will end up becoming hard. So you have to measure in bits. But if you already know the system, you know how this posho thing works. You don't need to, do in portions. You can just pour and know the measurements. Yeah, aside from the Kenyan posho, because I've experienced both sides. And the Kenyan posho gets ready very fast compared to the Ugandan posho. So I think at this point my posho is ready. But guess what? And this can happen to you as well. The timer is still not off. There's still plenty of time. So what do I do here? Well, hold on. I'm just going to first, divide my posho, set it very well, and then get it into bits. So here I am setting the posho. I'm removing the excess from the mingling stick, and then I set it aside. From there, as you can see, my plate, that's the plate I used to set the posho, organize it very well so that when I present it on the table for my family to eat, it looks presentable. Yeah, so this is how it looks. It is very ready. Like I told you, for us we prefer soft portion. I don't know what you prefer, but you can let me know in the comment section. Meanwhile, subscribe to this channel, by the way, so that you don't miss any of the cooking tutorials here. Yeah, these tutorials are just to show you how to use electric pressure cooker to cook different meals. Yeah, I'm not a chef. Yeah, so the posho is ready, and that's exactly how it looks like. Yeah, so ready to eat, ready to serve. Yeah, so remember I told you when the timer has not yet completed moving. So normally what I do, what you can do as well is when the timer is still on, some few minutes. So you see, this is it. It doesn't even burn the portion. So what you do, you pour some water there, and then you let it boil to soften it up. You don't need to cover it until when it goes off. Yeah, and you're good to go. I mean, so that's just how it is. Easy peasy. Please subscribe, like, let me know what you think in the comment section.